Hello guys, today I'm going to be making a video on what video card you should buy for every single resolution. The video is primarily going to be for people who are getting like a new monitor or a new graphics card. I'm gonna try to stay away from used parts as much as possible. Although at the very low end, if you're gaming at sub 720p or 720p, it's more than likely that you're going to be looking into used parts and stuff on a budget. So I'm going to be keeping that in mind. I'm going to have 3 tiers for every single video I'm making. Where I'm going to have a minimum tier, a medium tier, and a high tier. Minimum is going to be about 30 FPS, low to high settings, or about 45 to 60 at minimum settings. Where medium is going to be about 60 FPS, medium to high settings, and 30 to 40 FPS on ultra settings. Medium is really for like your value, like the most bang for your buck at that resolution. And then my high is going to be about 60 FPS high to ultra settings. So that's basically, high is going to be if you want the very best experience at your current monitor, and medium is going to be the best bang for the buck, and low is what I would consider to be the lowest thing, or the least you want to game at for your resolution. So these are just what I would say is the min, max, and like the best value for every resolution. So your use may vary. So I'm gonna run through all the resolutions that I'm gonna cover. I'm gonna probably start out with my first video. Well, the video I'm doing right now is gonna be sub 720p. My next one's gonna be 720p, then 900p, then 1080p. Then triple 720p if you want like budget racing setup. Then ultra wide 1080p. Then 1440p. Then 1080p super ultra wide. Then triple 900p, so like a slightly less budget gaming setup. Then ultra wide 1440p. Then 1080p, triple 1080p, so another racing setup. Then 4K. Then triple 1440p. Then 5K, then triple 4K, then 8K, then triple 5K. So those are all the resolutions I'll be doing. So without wasting any more time, I'm going to start out with our sub 720p video. And what I would recommend for the minimum, well, the minimum GPU is a little different. I picked the 2200G, the Radeon RX 2200, I think, G. It's a APU, so that means it has a GPU and CPU combined. But I figured if you're gonna start a new build and you're aiming for a resolution below 720p, you can't go wrong with the 2200G. It should give you decent performance. I mean, technically, it's not gonna give you 30 FPS. Not gonna give you 30 FPS at low settings. It's gonna give you a lot better than that. And I really wouldn't spend my money on any GPU less than it, to be honest. But like, you get the Ryzen 3 1200 plus basically a free GPU. It's just a great value all around. So I would consider that the lowest that I would buy for that for sub 720p. Sub 720p is just going to be any resolution below 720p. So like 480p, something like that. Either way, 2200G, best value for the money at this range. Now for my medium, this is sort of breaking the rules. It's actually, I feel like it's a worse value than the 2200G. However, if you already have a computer built, say you have like an old Dell Optiplex or something like that, and you just want to throw something in there to make it a gaming machine, my recommendation is putting the GT 1030 in there. You can get it for about 85 bucks, and it gives you about 2200G performance. By the way, the 2200G, I found the cheapest to be like 95 bucks. It's usually around 100 bucks. And so this GT 1030, again, it can do pretty decent settings, so medium, high, 30 to 60 FPS. It's gonna give you a pretty well-rounded performance no matter what you throw at it. It's not gonna max out every single game at this resolution, even though it is even though it is sub 720p. I mean, if you go really low in resolution, yes, it's going to max every game. But, like, if you're looking at 480p, almost every game it should be able to do 60 FPS ultra, but it's not going to do, I'm not saying it's going to do every game. And for the last one on my list, I'm kind of breaking my rules. I picked the GTX 750 Ti. The reason why I'm breaking my rules is I can't really this graphics card isn't sold new anywhere, and on Amazon it's like $200 new or something like that, which is just a horrible price to pay. But I figured if you're gaming at below 720p, you're probably gonna be okay with going with used parts. So even though I wrote this as my max, it can actually be cheaper than every other graphics card that I listed. I found some ads on eBay. It was about $80, I think you can find it for when it's done being bidded on, and it should well outperform the GT 1030 and the 2200G. So if you already have a computer with decent enough specs, like a pre-built computer, you can just drop the 750 Ti in there, and you should be able to crush any game, 60 FPS, ultra settings at below 720p. Thanks, guys. That's all for this video. It's my first video in a long time, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe, and that type of stuff. My next video, I'll be covering 900p resolution, so I'll see you guys later. Thank you.